Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Banded Large. This is going to be the 35894. It's also a medium, a small, and one more larger than this. Check them all out. Also matching post lights, which are really nice. Let's get into details on this. 21 inches overall height for the fixture height, 8 inches wide, 7-inch projection from the wall going out. Mounting height is going to be 10.49 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box. And I want to show you a little bit more detail about that. How we're going to do that is we're going to look at the install instructions. So if you're on the page for this fixture on our site, HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right hand side of your screen. Midway down is going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. If you can click on that and open it up for me, that would be awesome. You're going to notice a lot of details there. It's going to show you full parts list. It's going to show you installation of how you put it up and on. It's going to show you how you put the glass on. It just slides right down. Glass is closed top, very sturdy. It's going to show you the back plate on it and how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. And you'll notice that it says center mount. However, there's a lot of you guys out there who are going to want to know, can you move this and put this anywhere on the back plate? And the answer kind of is yes. And how we can kind of show you that is to show you pictures of the back plate that I've taken here next to me. And you'll notice the back plate is really a box. So the back of the box facing your building is going to be gone, not there, which makes this all the sides going around it and the front of it, which means that you can pretty much put it wherever you like in the back. And there's enough wire to get all the way to the top if you want to do that. The one thing you have to think about is how are you going to attach this to your building if you're not attaching it to the junction box. But it is doable. People do it all the time. I do it in my own showroom. So that's your quick answer there. Let's get into a couple more things. Let's get into what's inside of this. Hubbardton Forge says that this is a 100-watt max. You have to remember that these were designed before there were a lot of great LEDs available out in the world. So when they're talking max, they're really talking for incandescent bulbs, BT15 halogen and regular incandescent bulbs. However, when we get back into that LED story again, there's no limit as far as what you can put into it, because LEDs don't generate any heat. Well, they barely generate any heat. They barely use electricity for the most part, and it's really about can I get the glass into there? And we know this piece of glass is kind of like, well, glass is 5.25 inches in diameter and 16.75 inches high, so easily fits in. You can see that this is an A21, and this is a pretty big light bulb in the light bulb world. This is an A19. A19s are the size of the bulbs we all grew up with, that kind of standard size. If you want to get a lot of light out of this, put it in A21. You know, you can find these out in the world up to 150 watt equivalent. You might be able to find the next size up from this, which I don't even know what that is, and that'll even give you more light. It's really up to you, excuse me, what you put into it when you get into LEDs. No limit. The only thing is when you buy your LEDs, I've talked about this before, you want to buy them in the color temperature that you guys like. I tend to like the warmer warmth of an incandescent glow. That's the light that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above me. Those are 3000 Kelvin. That is the warmer light. If you like that whiter daylight, that's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. When you're looking at these in the store, look at the box and make sure you notice those things. And the other thing is, if you're online, it'll tell you right off the bat, is it 3000 Kelvin or is it something higher? And it'll say warm light. If they're saying 5000, 6000 Kelvin and calling it warm light on the internet, don't believe them. You want that 3000 Kelvin. Okay? It's also a dimmable fixture. You know, it really comes down to the bulb you put into it. Put in a dimmable light bulb if you want to do that too. You know, the other thing is a lot of people will have these on different switches. So in my own home, I actually have these kind of lights going around my garage, like 3 or 4 of them on the outside of the house. And I have them on a photovoltaic sensor that was put in when we built the house. So this kind of pops out. It's like a $5 part that pops out the wall. It's a dusk to dawn idea. So, and I actually have a secondary switch if I want to shut it off. So if you go to dinner and it's still daylight out, they're off. When you come home, they're on by themselves, and it's a really nice little thing. And it's such an easy thing to do if you're doing new construction, so you guys should think about it. If you're putting these things around a backyard, by a pool, or maybe by a deck behind your house or a covered porch, put them on a dimmer. You know, there's no reason why you can't do that. You can dim these things down to be almost like candlelight. So when you guys are out there with your friends after dinner having a glass of wine or coffee, you can just dim it down. It's very pretty. It wouldn't be that glaring light coming at you. You know, when you're buying lights, you really want them to do a job, and you want to kind of tailor them to your lifestyle. And that's that. So let's talk about one more quick thing on this. There's some of you guys in California that are doing new construction or renovation. California mandates that you have to do something called Title 24 compliant, and that's going to be using this socket, a special socket, and this bulb with these little prongs at the top, and it just kind of clicks in like that. We can do that for you, excuse me, with no problem whatsoever. There's also some of you guys who are doing LEED, L-E-E-D certified buildings, and that's going to be residential and commercial, same deal. So just contact me and I can walk you through this thing without a problem. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay? Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.